It is Thursday and me and the dog are headed over to go for a walk with my running partner. Yes, I am wearing the same shirt as last night. I'm running late. I just had to throw something on. This was nearby. Don't judge. Also, I didn't actually wear this shirt for that long. This was my go look at apartment shirt. Kind of fell off last night. I was out recording and then I didn't really know what happened. I said I'd get right back and then I just disappeared. And then at some point I woke up on the couch. You'd think I'm a big drinker or something, but I'm not. I just fell asleep. I was doing a lot of computer work, just trying to figure out what my new life situation would look like, and that doesn't really make for the best video. Since finding out about her Christmas trip and then seeing him yesterday, I'm just kind of done. I don't know if it's a sustainable done. Like, I don't know if I'm done forever. I'm just tired of this crap. Tired of the heartbreak. I think her sending me that email saying she appreciates how kind I've been and she'll love me. It touched me, it definitely affected me. And then to get the thing that was, when she had sent that, she'd already planned a Christmas trip somewhere exotic. I don't know, it just hit me wrong. It just reminded me of how gone she is and how not a part of my life she is, and how everything she's doing for her best interests. I had a good phone call with the realtor last night. It's amazing. The minute you pull the trigger on it, it goes. You know, I sent him a text. His name is Mike. Basically, I said, hey Mike, I guess it's time to pull the trigger on selling this awesome condo. And he called me back within 5 minutes and he was like, all right, I'll come over Friday, we'll give it a look. We'll talk about staging and maybe thinning out what you have. We'll have the photographer over, we'll get the photos done, put a package together, and we'll hit the MLS really heavy, like, you know, the first week in August with an eye towards an open house on August 12th and blah, blah, blah. And it's once you say go, like, the train leaves the station and damn, it just goes. So yeah. He'll be over tomorrow, which means today I need to get the place to a point at which I think it's good, and then he'll come over tomorrow and tell me, let's get rid of this, move that out, that's too personal, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a breathless feeling. And at the same time, I'm trying to imagine my life in the place that's actually just right over there. And I don't know, I don't want to make a rash decision. And I guess nothing at this point is rash. It's basically about money. I'm a school teacher, I don't make much money. So I look at these places that have different levels of like fabulousness, and I simply can't afford fabulous. That's what it comes down to. So the place I'm looking at is nice, and the people I've met who live there seem nice. I can live there for a year and have a nice life, I think. It's weird that, like, there's no room for a coffee table. Like, I need to figure out today, like, how close the couch might be to the TV. Like, is that gonna be uncomfortably close? I just don't know. You know, I'm trying to be smart about things. So that was a fun little walk. I like this little tradition of just, if we don't run, just walking around the town and talking. It's really special to me to have somebody who actually wants to hang out with me and talk about things. It's so funny, like that could be my apartment right there, but I think my apartment will actually face inside. The more I think about it, the more I plan, the more I might go for it. So I'm looking around and thinking like, this could be my neighborhood, and it's up and coming. It's not, where I live now is it's a little more done. It's a little more residential, a little more polished. And I think it's my ego. I can live wherever. Like, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to live where I live. I like where I live. We were talking on the walk about lifestyle. I'm a teacher. I don't make a lot of money. But I had in my relationship become accustomed to a different lifestyle. I'm not saying I deserve it. When I got into the relationship, I didn't know anything about that. I loved her. But you do get used to it. Over the course of 7 years, living with somebody who earns more money than you do get used to that. And sadly, like, I'm not proud to admit, like, it affects your ego a little bit to be comfortable, to be, mostly to not have to stress so much. That has been really nice, to enjoy a life where stress is lower. I feel like it makes me more able to be good for other people. When particular stresses go away, it frees up mental energy to think more creatively, to think more divergently, to think more empathetically, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to know that I'm capable of that. And maybe that's part of my problem right now, is because of the heartbreak, because of the anxiety, because of the stress over my ability to be okay, I've turned a lot of my external energy inwards. Like, I think about me a lot more, and it makes me feel guilty. It makes me feel selfish, because I love and I care about other people, but I just need to watch out for me now, and I'm not used to that. I don't like it. I have I've loved being in a relationship with somebody else where you have trust, where I could take care of her and trust that she was taking care of me, and as a team, we could go forward with that. That's a better relationship model for me. That's more loving. I'm taking care of me, but I'm loving someone else and taking care of her and trusting that she's doing that for me. So it's cyclical. I'm putting my energy into her, she's putting her energy into me, and we're just forming this a ball sounds terrible, but it feels like a less selfish way of living. Her okayness was paramount to me. Making sure she was okay was so important to me. And I knew that I'd be okay regardless. To feel like she was watching out for me also just made it even better. And to have that go away, that's hard because you've put your trust in somebody else and they just like exploited it. Part of why this is hard is because it's a new way of living. I don't like feeling selfish. I don't like feeling like it's all about me. It's not rewarding. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for helping me put words to that, because that's big. And I was worried I'd have nothing to talk about at therapy on Friday. In my other relationship, the one before this one, it was a very long relationship. It was definitely a more companionate relationship. We got along really well. We were really good friends. We were good together. We weren't in love with each other. I was definitely more of an individual. I did lots of stuff by myself. I went to concerts by myself. I did a lot of those things, and I was fine with it. I never felt particularly cool, but I was fine. This relationship happened, and we fell in love, and we got way closer, and we enmeshed our lives, and it was amazing. I was gonna say, and it made me less of an individual. And it did, in that it made me part of a couple. It made me a really good part of a couple. But I could still function independently. I'm still capable of doing things. I just loved my wife so much. I don't think in a codependent way. I don't think in an unhealthy way. I was really supportive of her. I thought she was supportive of me. I thought we were doing life really, really right. If the two of us had grown apart, I think I could have more smoothly transitioned back to being a solo individual. But I think all the specifics around how she ended the relationship, that's why it's been so hard, because I haven't been able to gradually transition back. I've been forced into solitude. It's like a blunt trauma. It's just, you go from being in love in a couple to alone, and in the midst of all that heartbreak and pain and stress and anxiety, you have to evolve into a different strong version of yourself without the help of anybody else, without the dopamine rush of love, without all the things that make it easy to fall in love with somebody. You don't get the support in falling out of love with somebody. All right, off to the fun stuff. I'm going to Lowe's to get some spackle and some trim paint and all the fun things that make selling a house worthwhile. It would be such a different thing if we were doing this process together, but instead it's me alone going through the remainder of the stuff that's in the house. And truth be told, the stuff that's in the house is there because I moved her stuff out. She's never really done anything to deal with her mess. She moved out a few things in the beginning, the paintings that she decorated his house with, the saddle that I was using, some of her clothes, cold medicine, you remember, we've been through this. So she moved out a little bit of stuff, and it's done nothing since. She can't blame me for that. She changed the door locks. She gave herself access to the place. She has never come in and moved out the rest of her stuff. So it's me doing it. It's me staging for the realtor. It's me dealing with things. And that feels a little unfair. And maybe it's my own way of making peace with the place. Setting it right, getting it ready, leaving it in the way that I want. I can pack up my things that are mine and move them out. So here's something exciting. I committed to that apartment. I have 72 hours from now to make up my mind. I think it'll be okay. It's a weird thing because I've set for my move-in date about 5 weeks in the future. But now that I've kind of got it in motion, I just want to go. I just want to start that life. But in between now and then, I still have all the things to do. Dividing up the house, selling things, getting divorced, and probably hiring attorneys because I think this thing is going to get ugly. And I guess dealing with his face at the barn more often. Having committed to something, the future has a little bit more shape. I don't know quite what the shape is. I have a little sense of where I'll be and the fact that I can be there regardless of the divorce proceedings. I don't have to go into savings to live there, probably. That's good. That's really good. Like I have one sort of pillar of foundation. I know where I'm gonna go. I know what it's gonna look like. I have a vague sense of how stuff will fit in there. I don't have to be so stressed when dividing up the house because a lot of it I can't fit. And then I have the prospect of going out for drinks next week with his ex-girlfriend and with another person from that barn who I think seems kind of cool. So that could be really fun. But that's just one of those little things that sort of fires you up and makes you think like, cool, all right, something kind of exciting to look forward to next week. I have a weird feeling right now. She has texted me a couple times this week asking me to be responsive, and I haven't. Part of me feels like I should let her know what's going on, and part of me is like, I'm done. Which, does that make me an asshole now? I just don't feel like talking to her, dealing with her. I'm doing the work, I'm reaching out. She'll get an email with a realtor will send her the same email he sends me when we want to list the place. She and I are not friends. She's not good to me or kind. Talking to her just never ends well for me. I never come away feeling anything good, so I'm not gonna. And it's probably immature. If I was more adult, I would probably just suck it up and whatever and be a good guy. But what has being a good guy gotten me? I'd argue it hasn't gotten me much in this process. I've tried to be decent and kind and patient and get through this the best I can and not be at all troubling. And it's gotten me where? Months of heartache, months of pain, months of still feeling manipulated by her. So why am I doing it? I've tried to be respectful to our relationship and our legacy. Does it matter? She isn't. She's just playing everyone, her family, me. So what matters to me, I guess? It matters that her family, who I love, thinks I'm a good person, and they do. You know, I don't want them to ever think I did anything to cause this, because all I've done is love their daughter. And that's true. Their assessment of me is true. They know me. Regardless of the love I will always feel for her, because I will. When you marry someone, you change. This experience has forever changed me, and I will always feel something for her. In all of her breakups and the ends of all of her relationships, they never end well, and it's always the other person. I've heard the stories for years. But I wonder now, is it that the other people have always been so bad? Or does she just orchestrate the breakup in such a way that it explodes, it burns out, it flashes, it's just done, and people aren't capable of coming back from that? And then she just puts a story on top of it that makes them the bad guy. Why am I going to Costco? Free samples. Duh. To see how much a TV costs in the event that she takes the TV, or we bargain for the TV. I'm gonna see what kind of TV I could get at Costco. Oh, and storage containers. Yes. Okay, good. So if I get an 82-inch TV, I could get a place without windows because look at how huge that is. 82 inches. That's ridiculous. $3,279. That'd be like 2 months rent. Look at that view. Good. Great. 82 inches. Oh my God. That's insane. You get motion sick. But I can't even get close enough to help you see how big it is. Whew. All right, maybe not. Seriously, this is so bizarre. Like, check this out. There it is. It's a 43-inch TV for $299. Like, I haven't shopped for tech in a while, I guess, but in front of me, 65-inch TV for $947. I think what I have now is like a 43-inch TV, and it was well over $1,000 when we bought it. This is insane. Okay, well, we're not gonna bicker over the TV because it doesn't matter. Cool, good to know, I'm glad I came. All right, the free samples game was strong in Costco today. I got meatballs, I got some kind of croissant, I got string cheese, I got all kinds of fun things that I would never actually buy in bulk, but it was nice to sample them, so that was a good time. I got other things too, I can't remember, and honestly, who cares? And now we're going to get house stuff, so let's see how it goes. I was just thinking that I used to call people when I was in the car. I used to call and catch up, and I don't do that anymore. Now I talk to you. I go out and about and I talk to you. And I'm not even sure who you are. I hope you're nice. I hope this is an interesting thing. It's strange that this is still unpublished. I hope it's not weird to have something that was published in the, something that happened a little bit in the past, sequentially coming out now. We're gonna try it. And even if this fails, believing that you're there makes me feel better. It gives me someone to talk to and hash things out with and believe that I'm not alone. So that's already a win. I hope you're nice. I hope maybe we talk in the comments, and I hope there's some kind of community of people helping people that comes out of this. I don't know what else to do. There's not that many people in my life that want to hear about my day-to-day, because it's grueling, it's relentless. So, you know, if you're watching this and you're getting tired of it, you can go bloop, and I'll go away. And I'll never know, so it won't hurt my feelings. And if you think it's interesting, you can listen on. Sometimes when I'm in the house just doing things, I will let videos play because it's like having company. And is it weird that I'm company for myself? Yeah, that's totally bizarre. It's me telling me a story that I am really interested in because it's about me. So who's the narcissist in this relationship? I listen to me telling me a story about me, and I think it's a really good time. Yeah. I am so desperate for company. I don't know. I'm in a surprisingly good mood given that I went to Costco and bought storage containers to pack up my life. I spent $90 on like paint and spackle and sanding blocks and all the little things it's gonna take to sort of pretty up the house. I will let you know, I've done a few experiments. We had 2 ivy plants that her friend had given her back in the day, and I haven't watered them since the day she left. And yeah, it's dark. It's a macabre sort of decline, but to just watch them wither and die, it's like a memento mori, you know? And early on I thought, well, if she comes back, we'll water the plants and they'll come back to life. But she hasn't, and I haven't. And yeah, they're pretty well gone. I'm amazed at how resilient ivy is. Like, it just hasn't died. It's been a slow decline, but people who actually manage to kill ivy plants, like, that's almost an act of will, because I have just utterly neglected them and they've lived for a really long time. And I'm no amazing gardener. I literally have done nothing. If you know someone who's killed ivy, watch out, because they are especially good at killing things. I don't know why. It's 2:10 in the afternoon. I'm going home. I could get froyo. She never told me that her boyfriend is bringing horses back to the barn where I am. That would have been a courtesy. That would have been respectful. To her knowledge right now, I still don't know. That would have been nice. And it doesn't require me responding to her for her to tell me that. That could be an FYI, which she's very good at doing. She's moving 2 horses to the barn. But no, none of that. She just doesn't think about me. Or if she does think about me, she never ever lets on. She's keeping it a huge secret. And why? Because I don't think she's actually thinking about me. It's so weird. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to that new place, and it's gonna be tight and small and cramped. And I don't honestly think there's a place to put a Christmas tree. I know there's not a place to put a Christmas tree because I did the whole floor plan layout last night, and there's not really gonna be much. There'll be a bed and 2 bedside tables, a dresser, a desk, a couch, a TV stand, 2 shelves, and maybe I will make a hallway table. Did you notice how I didn't say a kitchen table or chairs? You may be wondering, are you freaked out about that? Yeah, because given that layout so far, I can't have anyone over for dinner. I don't know what to do about that yet. I have no idea. I could get a smaller couch, but of the couches we have, and we have 3. We have the Love Sack Sactional, which is so comfortable. That's the thing I keep falling asleep on every night. That's comfortable and useful and modular and arrangeable. It's also kind of big. It's not the most stylish. I'm gonna move into a tiny studio. I'm not gonna have a whole lot of guests. So why am I gonna have furniture where my guests would be like, ooh, that's a nice couch, if I don't use it and I don't like it and end up watching TV from bed? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to lie in bed, and I don't want my preferred hangout spot at home to be in bed. I don't like it. It just doesn't feel like who I want to be. I want to go to bed. I want to wake up. The option to lounge in bed, sure, but I don't want that to be like, it's 7:30, I'm going to get into bed and watch TV and then sleep whenever. Like, I don't want that to be me. Yeah, look at that. I am making decisions about my life and having opinions about what I want. I mean, the nice part about being a furniture maker is if I can figure out something cool that'll fit somewhere quirky in the place, I'll do it. You know, that'd be fun. Build some weird site-specific table. I can manage that. So the dog and I went for a little walk to get some spring rolls for dinner. I think it's healthier than burritos. I'm not sure, the jury's kind of out on that. I asked a friend, I was like, talk me into burritos. And they were like, how many times have you had burritos this week? And I thought, you make a good point. I'll get spring rolls. I think I'm making the smart move. Anyway, it's been a lovely night for a walk. It's cooled off a bit, so it's just fantastic San Diego weather, the whole reason you live here. I love it. I'm just kind of enjoying my neighborhood tonight, knowing that in slightly over a month I'll be moving somewhere else. I've always loved this neighborhood, but it adds another layer of sentiment to it because I'll be leaving, and while I can come visit, it won't be my home anymore. That's what we have to do, right? Embrace change, however it presents itself. I'm not destitute, I'm not in a bad way, I'm just heartbroken and hurt. If I can hold on to the anger that I feel towards her, it's really been helpful because I've been productive today and we'll just carry it on. So it's all good. More later.